Clerk Paul, could we call the council meeting to order, please?
Lennon,
Here.
Roywood,
Here.
Leisure,
Here.
Bate,
Here.
Pabon,
Here.
Ruiz,
Here.
Arenella,
Here.
Carmichael.
Here.
8 present, Mayor.
Can we all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and please remain standing? Pledge allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please keep in our thoughts and prayers all the men and women we have on the street tonight. Thank you. If anybody wishes to address the open forum, please step forward to the podium. State your name and address, please.
Hi, good evening. My name is Alejandra Velasquez. I am not local. I am the Senior Director of Public Affairs for Opportune, who is here today seeking a conditional use permit to relocate one of our current locations from Cicero to Berwyn. And I wanted to just share a little bit more about the company. Would this be an appropriate time?
If you can keep it brief, yes.
Yes, so I just want to share that Opportune is a mission-driven company that provides inclusive and affordable financial services to low to moderate income individuals. We are a community development financial institution, which is a designation by the U.S. Department of Treasury for working specifically with low and moderate income communities and helping them build credit. We are an affordable and responsible alternative to payday lenders and other predatory services who take advantage of our communities. Since 2005, we've helped more than 1.8 million hardworking individuals meet their daily borrowing, savings, banking, and investment needs. We've provided more than $14 billion in responsible and affordable credit and have saved our members more than $2.3 billion in interest and fees. We've been in Illinois as a state licensed lender since 2013. Our Cicero location has also been open since 2013, and there we've helped more than 4,500 people, dispersed nearly 7,000 loans for a total of more than $20 million that have been dispersed in the community. We have also already worked with Berwyn residents, either through that location or through our online or telephone services, and we've dispersed almost 3,500 loans to more than almost 2,000 Berwyn residents. As I mentioned before, we are an alternative to traditional payday or predatory services. The Woodstock Institute, a leading Chicago-based nonprofit research organization, has actually submitted a letter in support of our application and attesting to Opportune's consumer-friendly practices and our willingness to work with consumer advocates on these issues. Thank you for your consideration, and I will be in the audience if you have questions.
Thank you. Sir?
My name is Charlie Mammoser, First Ward resident. I'm here to talk about the Sarah Lopez incident. I've been thinking about this pretty much every day since it happened. There's so many words. I've tried to think about it, write a speech, and it's just so mind-blowing that I don't understand how this happened. I don't understand the silence of most of the people on this side of the room. It's embarrassing. Like, I'm embarrassed to live in Berwyn right now. I don't understand. I don't think that everyone on this side is racist. I don't want to think that. But people's silence is, showing me incorrect. And this isn't like a subtle issue. Like, this isn't something that's really even worth arguing about. This is like blatant, out in the open racism. Rules were broken. It would have been so easy to fire her immediately, put it out there. It's like, hey, this happened in Berwyn, and we don't stand for this. Instead, it's hidden for months. Even when it comes out, it's hidden, try to ignore that it never happened. I've seen a couple aldermen initially say that they were looking for an investigation very briefly, and I've seen nothing since. Alderman Carmichael's been the only one that I know where he stands on this. And he's not saying anything that like everyone in the room doesn't think. Like, who here thinks that what Sarah Lopez was good? Nobody. I hope. But everyone else is being silent about it, and I don't understand. I hope everyone listens to what he is going to say today, hopefully, and I agree with everything. I hope there's investigations. I think it's just, like, I don't have any words. It's just so embarrassing. Great that she was fired. Should have happened a long time ago. We can't just like brush that away and be like, all right, move on. We did what you guys said. I don't think diversity, like recommendations or better customer service, it's like having a gunshot and then being like, do you want a Band-Aid? It just, I don't understand. I can't be the only one who thinks this. Like, someone up here has to think this. And I don't know why no one's saying very much at all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anybody else for open forum?
Hi, Steve Taylor from the 3rd Ward. Some of the council members asked for an investigation into the incident of a city employee's hate crime actions against a contractor. Your investigation request came with a chorus of supporters from the community, county government, state government, and federal government. Everyone is asking for a fair, independent investigation into the handling of this incident. We sat here 2 weeks ago and saw DCOB party members fill the chamber seats and were unable to clap for a young 8-year-old saying, "I want my black neighbors to feel safe." Yet they can applaud the mayor for verbally reprimanding a citizen during open forum. What does that say about our community? In the meeting minutes that you are about to approve, there is a list of 30 people that submitted comments for open forum asking for accountability of administration and elected officials for handling of that incident. In addition, you've received many emails, messages, phone calls, text messages asking for that accountability. This is the voice and expectations of your constituents. You sit in the seat of your constituents. We need you to be city leaders today and set an example for the community. An investigation is critical to restore trust in our local government and institute any necessary corrective actions that are recommended from the commission. Today, the community has an opportunity for an investigation which requires your affirmative vote. Will you give your constituents the clarity and transparency we need to heal as a community, or will you brush away your integrity to help to cover up the cover-up? Vote yes on tonight's vote requesting for an Ethics Commission investigation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anna Wagner, I live in the 4th Ward. I want to share with you 2 quotes. One, the first is, strongly opposed opportunistic organizers who continue to insist on a dangerous agenda driven by anti-safety rhetoric that will undermine our safety. Don't let Chicago-based organizers and money bring puppet candidates into Berwyn. The second quote is, whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. Never again can we afford to live with the narrow provincial outsider organizer idea. Anyone who lives in the United States can never be considered an outsider anywhere within its bounds. The first one is you, Bobby, and the second one is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The past few weeks, you and your ideology have come into conflict with several members of council, a large number of residents, Chuy Garcia, Lisa Hernandez, Selena Villanova, Mike Perifero, and Abdel Nasser Rashid, with our state's attorney and Illinois Human Rights Commission taking notice. Your friend Joe Drury, even before Donald Trump ran for office, said he wanted to put a wall up between Cicero and the West Side. so that they couldn't come here. It's no accident that Sarah Lopez did what she did. This is all a part of the institution that we have here. It's no accident that we see Black Lives Matter as antithesis to Blue Lives Matter. You've stoked fear in people. Years ago, people told me here they were Republican-leaning Democrats, I'll say. They weren't activists, they weren't progressive. They said, the way that Mayor Lavero runs and wins here is he stokes fear of blacks and fear of crime in residents. Brendan O'Connor never said defund the police, but it didn't matter because once you said it, it stoked fears. The reason we all are here and the reason we keep coming here is because civil rights matter and civil governance matters and ethics matter, ethics and honest government. And that dangerous agenda that you said opportunistic organizers continue to insist on, it's called democracy. And that's what we want here. We didn't grow up in this patronage system that you guys did, and we don't understand it. And I'm sorry if we came from Chicago and we came from places where we went to college and we saw different ideas. This is an anomaly, what you have here. The patronage system started with Anton Cermak when he got elected mayor of the city of Chicago, as well in other big cities in the Rust Belt. But here in Illinois, we have kept it because Mike Madigan kept it, and he created his little fiefdom, and there's little fiefdoms everywhere. You guys don't understand because you have been here, or you came here with the same narrow-minded vision, and it fit your view, but we don't have that. And you're going to continue to see us as people who are outsiders, and we are not. We are Americans, and it's our birthright to have democracy, and we want it here.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Lavero, Alderman of the Berwyn City. I'm here with a little bit of enthusiasm, a little bit of positivity here, because normally I could be feeling the same sentiment as many of you folks that you've already heard so far, and the many voices that will continue to speak up until justice and accountability is properly seen and through. So I speak on, of course, my own personal behalf, but I'd also like to believe that I speak on behalf of the good friends that I have here in Berwyn, the good reasonable people that live here in Berwyn and continue to live their lives prosperly and peacefully, of course. I speak on this belief that if you are willing to allow an investigation on yourself to be held accountable for the actions of hiding what essentially was a hate crime, and the fact that Sarah Lopez has yet to be charged with a hate crime is still problematic, to say the least. Now, I share this sentiment among a lot of people, and I truly believe, sincerely, sir, I wouldn't say this because I don't personally know you, but actions might dictate otherwise, and some other residents might say this sentiment much more stronger than I could, clearly. If you are not a person that allows hate in the good city of Berwyn, if you are not someone that shares similar beliefs or values that Sarah Lopez has projected onto a contractor, a black man who was simply doing his business and trying to do the good, honest work for this city, I believe that you should take the steps to take the action of making sure that a hate crime is charged on Sarah Lopez, that you yourself are properly held accountable for hiding such a crime to let pass slip through here, and of course, at the very least, try not to hide behind the idea or try not to kind of put it under the rug that this incident is over and done with because Sarah Lopez is no longer here. And I share one sincere thing to say, just as a, not to, of course, be attacking you, of course, by any means, but I would hope, sincerely, that you keep this thought in mind. Racism is a bad thing to be associated with. I would hope that there is nothing more on an opposite end note that you might believe. I would hope that you look at racism as a problematic thing, and if you yourself, sir, do not see yourself as that, I would hope that accountability and transparency passes through in the city of Berwyn. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Hello. I'm too short. Anyways, hello, my name is Lorelai. I live in the 3rd Ward. Racism. That is the thing that Sarah Lopez was. I'm sorry, I didn't think this through. Sarah Lopez has said hateful things that were very, offensive and rude. And because of you hiding it, that makes me believe that you might be racist. No, I don't think I should look up to that. That's not a very good idea, to look up to a person that is racist. And that might make me, I don't know what I was gonna say. But I don't think that I should look up to a person that is racist. I think that is wrong. And if you think that is wrong, then you will allow an investigation upon yourself, because what you did when you hid the fact that Sarah Lopez said these things, when you hid that, that made you racist. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
My name is Jenna Musman-Palace. I live in the 3rd Ward. My pronouns are she, her. And I would just like to add my voice to the voices that are already calling for City Council to vote yes, to have the Berwyn Ethics Commission look into this incident. And I would actually ask that you, Mayor, ask for this investigation yourself, given your role in this issue. I also would add that I would like City Council to vote no on the zoning predatory loan company that would like to be here in Berwyn and stop extracting from our community. And on a different note, for Marge's office, I really like that your office has compiled the residents who are speaking in open forum, along with people who are emailing in, because it really paints a more clear picture of the active engagement that has been taking place at City Council meeting, and the residents that are really want Berwyn to be what it already is, but make it be a place for people, by the people. And so thank you for including that information. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Chanda Sablowski. I've worked with a lot of you here. I did not plan to speak tonight, but who knew? I just want to say that I'm seriously disappointed with the direction that this whole situation has taken. I had great hopes. There were such opportunities for you to speak up in support of Black lives in Berwyn so many times. And I'm just so sad that you let this go on for 2 months without even letting your city council know what had happened. You never came forward with this, and you had such an opportunity to make a statement here. And it really makes me sad. So I am urging the entire city council to please move forward with an ethics investigation of this. This is not okay, and I'm really sad to see this happening in my city. The second piece I would like to make a statement about is the same predatory loan company that is trying to put a foot here in Berwyn. We need to stop doing this. We need to stop preying on our own people and stop eating our own. So please vote no on allowing this company to come into our city. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Brandy R. Love, CEO and founder of Loveling Entertainment. I'm an autism advocate and a community activist. I moved to Berwyn in 2019. Shortly after that, there was a bunch of civil unrest that had revealed itself in June of 2020, in which that black residents were being attacked. I did write several letters, and I actually requested a meeting with you through your assistant. I never heard anything back. Also, we have no resources, no COVID resources, no gas cards. There have been certain situations at Morton West High School that I've emailed you about as well that I've never heard back from. And also twice, on 2 occasions, the railroad, BNSF, I've emailed them and I have not heard from them, but the gate almost came down on the hood of my car. So if I didn't bag up, I could have possibly get hit by a train. So things have got to change immediately. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else for open forum?
Hi, Luz Chavez, 16th and Ridgeland. So I just want to thank everybody that organized and came out to the Make Black Lives Matter in Berwyn rally. I know you all were watching, the city of Berwyn was watching the live stream. And Reyes, you were there, you spoke. You said a lot of words. I've never seen you actually act on caring for black and brown people in Berwyn. So I encourage you and others to actually stop just saying a bunch of words and not taking any difficult actions. So I echo other people's statement to vote against the predatory lending company that actually exploits low-income Latino folks. In particular, a big chunk of Berwyn are low-income Latino folks. And also, I want to echo for the alderman to say yes to the investigation, to file a complaint for an investigation with the Ethics Commission, and for Reyes to recuse himself. He sits on there as part of your party, as part of someone who has supported Sarah Lopez, as part of someone, a lot of y'all have actually supported Sarah Lopez. So anyway, you should at least recuse yourself from the Ethics Commission if that actually passes. I want to remind folks that today's vote, it's not, and this Lopez incident, it's not a singular incident. I have a laundry list of ways that you have failed the black community. I read them last time at the council meeting a couple weeks ago. And so in addition to, I hope you all voting yes to filing a unified complaint. You all talk about unity, but when it comes to stand up to actually do something that is tough and is against the mayor, I hope you actually have some courage to do what's right. And I'm looking at the 4 white aldermen to my right. Y'all talk a lot about diversity. Y'all talk a lot about, oh, women are the future in your slogans, but mayor, you chose to run 5 white men for aldermen out of the 8 in the last election. Unfortunately, 4 of them won. So in addition to voting yes, I'm going to remind you of stuff you have not done the last couple of years to support black folks here in Berwyn. When the whole issue with the vigilantism happened in 2020 and your initial refusal to have the BLM mural, y'all held listening sessions for black residents. That was 2 years ago. They submitted a document of issues that then you went on to ignore for the past 2 years. You want to say that you believe in diversity and you believe in supporting black residents, do something with that labor and that time that black folks here expended during those listening sessions, because that was a privilege for them to sit down and educate y'all. Chief Simaglia did not act in good faith in responding to the Diversity Commission's recommendations to reduce bias policing. And that ended up with 2 members, including one of them, the only black member, actually resigning in protest from the Diversity Commission. You never said anything about it, Libero. You refused to hold Simaglia accountable. That was 2 years ago. Hold him accountable. Do something. What's happened to the Diversity Commission? What happened to that report? What happened to following up with those recommendations? Y'all haven't done jack. When black residents urge council to pass a racial reconciliation proclamation, the easiest frickin' thing you could have done. The easiest thing you could have done. None of you brought it to council. None of you. I asked you if you were gonna bring it, and you were being a real smart aleck that day. You shrugged your shoulders and told me maybe that was 5 months ago, you haven't done anything. This is a pattern, like I said, of racism that you continue to uphold. It's not enough to vote yes today. That's the bare minimum. Keep doing the work that you all have been ignoring for years. That's it.
Hi, Susie Donnelly, Third Ward, mom of a very brave young human over there. I want to co-sign on the comments about not supporting this money lending junk that's trying to come into our community. Nobody here wants the slot machines, and we've got them. Now we're looking to just steal more money from our residents, and there are a lot of people who are struggling. Doing anything that is making it even harder is disgraceful, and you're already kind of in a disgraceful place right now, so just please do the right thing with that. The second thing I wanted to mention was, you know, I've come to you about equitable transportation within our community a number of times, and I want to talk about the fact that we don't have the pink line going all the way to Harlem and Cermak where it was originally planned. We have beautiful parks in this space now, which is lovely, but why don't we have a pink line going all the way to Harlem and Cermak? Do you know the reason why that is, sir? Council? It is exactly because we don't want those people here. That is why Berwyn did not want the pink line coming to Harlem and Cermak. That choice, there's an interesting thing that happens when we choose to keep people out. Pools. When segregation started, when the country started forcing desegregation, I'm sorry for not quite getting that right. As we began to desegregate our country, cities around the country chose to close a pool for the entire community rather than let a black person swim in it. Look at Berwyn's pools. What pool has not been open, and which pool has? Why is that? Now, I realize you are not on the Park District, but you certainly are the mayor of the city and have influence over Park District decisions, over the individuals making those decisions. This entire council does. Why has the predominantly lower income area of Berwyn not had a pool for how many years? Is it 15? I'll be honest, I don't know because I've only been here for 5, but it's gross. When we keep people out, we hurt ourselves. We hurt ourselves in our access to transportation. We hurt ourselves in our access to community, to joy, to delight, to kindness and love. The things that I'm pretty sure that everyone here in this audience would agree are things that Berwyn should be inclusive of. I feel like when people come and talk to you, Mr. Mayor, like I have done, the reward for that is an underhanded smack in the face, such as the Berwyn Watch magazine from the police department that had 2 pages dedicated to transportation safety, half of a page dedicated to the cyclists who need to stop and give way. half a page, that was a full page, half for English and half for Spanish. Half of a page was for pedestrians. Get your phone, put your phone down, you better look, look, look. Do you know how much space was given to the drivers? 4 lines of the smallest text. Your police chief, your police officers, it comes from above and sends out to the people who serve you. When I saw that, I've been wanting to come for 3 months to talk to you about that, and haven't been able to because I've been busy trying to also speak up for racism in our community, for school uniform equity in our community, for transportation in our community, leading bike rides for our community, being told by the public works director, I'm not going to bike through our city. Why would I do that? You should do it because your constituents do it, and you should understand and empathize with the people who you serve. And if you cannot do that, then you should not be in the position that you are in, any of you. All of you. Step down if you cannot represent every single Berwynner. Because we are tired, but we are not done fighting.
Evening. Zach Taylor, 3rd Ward. I just wanted to come up here and say thank you to Alderman Carmichael for introducing this request for an investigation. This vote needs to be unanimous. Everybody needs to vote yes. This is a no-brainer. I'm already super embarrassed to live in Berwyn, but I will be very embarrassed if this is not a yes. This is easy for y'all. When I first moved to Berwyn, I hung out in my backyard a lot. I moved here in 2016, and my neighbor, he never wore a shirt. I thought that was odd, but then I looked at his back, and it said, "White Pride." And I said, holy hell, where did I move? And now I saw, over the last 5 years, where I moved. And I saw what happened with the city official, and I know where I moved now, and it needs to change. And it starts here. It starts with this vote. What are the things you get a verbal warning for? Being late for work? Being out of uniform? Wearing Crocs? Maybe something like that. But not this. So, if we want to give you the benefit of the doubt that you're not a racist, fine. But I can't give you the benefit of the doubt on that management decision. And if I was an alderman, I couldn't do it either. Your best friends are the people who hold you accountable when you're not doing the right thing. So if these guys are your best friends, they got to step up. Time to step up. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Karina Lopez. I'm on the 18th and Kyler Black. I just wanted to really echo the calls for a yes vote on what Alderman Carmichael is proposing today and a nay vote for the special use permit. And I just want to also reiterate that those votes are at the intersections of racial justice and economic justice. From an ACLU post, they explain that predatory payday lending makes racial inequalities in the economy even worse. These lenders disproportionately target people of color with high-cost loans that trap borrowers in a cycle of debt, ruining their credit and limiting their ability to borrow at lower interest rates in the future. which also makes me think about gentrification and how that's happening in the city, but that's a different comment. We need to protect all consumers from these predatory loans to help close the wealth gap that exists in this country. So you have multiple opportunities to be explaining and showing and providing the action behind what you actually believe is racial justice, what you actually believe the residents deserve. Thank you.
Alderman, anything for open forum? Alderman? You have something?
Yes. Turn this on. Hello? Yes. Hello, everyone. For those who don't know, I'm Robert Reyes, the city treasurer. And I just want to make it clear that hate, racism, bigotry, and discrimination has no home here in Berwyn. We're a beautiful city, and as a father, I am proud of raising my children in a multiracial city where Latinos, African Americans, and whites share baseball fields, gyms, and schools. It was heartbreaking to learn about the incident with Mr. Phillip by the city employee. And at this time, in 2022, it was unbelievable. But now it's time to work together as a community. Let's build the city that we all want together. Tonight, Alderman Carmichael will be making a reference to we'll be sending it to the ethics board for an investigation, and I have no problem recusing myself from that in the spirit of transparency. But what I also believe that's even more important is that we have to work together to make some real changes that are going to affect the systematic ways that we do things. And that is, we recently met with Alderman Arianella at our administration meeting, where we're going to be able to review union contracts to reflect that there will be zero tolerance for racism, bigotry, or discrimination. We're going to be able to institute the diversity and equity and inclusion trainings for all city employees. And that is something that needs to be done, and everybody, including all of our local council members, could be part of. And lastly, and most importantly, it's about our youth. It's about our children. Let's all work together, our schools, our parks, our city levels, everyone in our government, to make it clear to our youth and everyone that discrimination, racism, and bigotry is not welcome here in Berwyn. And if we could send a unified message as a city where we all work together, not just the city council, but everyone in this room, I think we could make progress. Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay. Clerk Paul, item C1, please.
Item C1 are the minutes of the regular meeting of July 26, 2022.
I will make a motion to approve the regular city council meeting minutes for July 26, 2022.
Second.
Motion by Lennon, seconded by Arinella. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Item H1, please.
Item H1 is a communication from the Zoning, Planning, and Development Board regarding 6948 West Cermak with an ordinance approving a special use permit for a loan company use within the C2 traditional mixed-use zoning district at the address commonly known as 6948 West Cermak Road, Berwyn, Illinois. Opportune, Inc.
I'd like to make a motion. So this is in my ward, and I know the zoning board approved it, but I'd like to deny and overrule the zoning board. I believe that we as Berwyn, we can do better, and our community members and businesses will not benefit from it being here. We need to be more intentional about attracting businesses that encourage families to invest in our community and that also promote other businesses.
Second.
Motion by Arinella, second by Pabon, to deny the request for approval of special use permit at 6948 West Cermak Road. All those in favor on the call of the roll.
Lennon?
The motion is to deny.
Aye.
Woodward?
Aye.
Leisure?
Aye.
Fate?
Aye.
Pabon?
Aye.
Ruiz?
Aye.
Arinella?
Aye.
Carmichael?
Aye.
8 ayes, Mayor.
Motion carried. The request is denied. Item I1, please.
Item I1 is a communication from Alderperson Aaronella regarding a the 2200 Block of Grove front yard sale.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the yard sale. They have had these previous years, and I'd also like to, for future reference, look at that ordinance to allow families to not only have garage sales, but also yard sales.
Second.
Motion by Aaronella, seconded by Lennon, to approve the front yard sale for the 2200 Block of Grove to be held Saturday, August 13th. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Item I2, please.
Item I2 is a communication from Alderperson Aaronella regarding Aldermanic Administrative Committee meeting minutes.
I'd like to motion to have these meeting minutes from our administrative committee meeting held on the 29th of July as informational.
Second.
Motion by Aaronella, seconded by Lennon, to consider the Aldermanic Administrative Committee meeting minutes as informational. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Item I3, please.
Item I3 is a communication from Alderperson Carmichael regarding a request to City Council to formally file a unified complaint with the Berwyn Ethics Commission.
Second.
It would be my motion.
Motion first.
It would be my motion to approve the ethics complaint as written, fix the necessary signatures, and file it with the clerk's office.
Second.
Motion by Carmichael, seconded by Lennon, to concur with the recommendation to send this to the Berwyn Ethics Commission for an investigation. And where are we fixing necessary signatures?
That would be on the attached ethics complaint.
Okay, and affix necessary signatures to the ethics complaint. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Item J1, please.
Item J1 is a communication from the city attorney regarding settlement of 20L064002.
Be my motion to concur with Attorney Bartuca and settle this case 20L-064002 in the amount of $20,000.
Second.
Motion by Fate, seconded by Leisure, to concur with Bertuca as authority granted in the executive session and approve the caption case for $20,000. All those in favor on the call of the roll.
Lennon?
Aye.
Roywood?
Aye.
Leisure?
Aye.
Fate?
Aye.
Pabon?
Aye.
Ruiz?
Aye.
Aaronella?
Aye.
Carmichael?
Aye.
8 ayes, Mayor.
Motion carried. Item J2, please.
J2 is a communication from the Building Department Director regarding demolition of the 3100 South Ridgeland property.
I motion to concur with Building Director Lazaro for the demolition of the building located at 3100 South Ridgeland Avenue.
Second.
Motion by Roywood, seconded by Lennon, to concur with Director Lazara and demolish the building at 3100 South Ridgeland. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Item J3, please.
J3 is a communication from Public Works Director Schiller regarding approval of attached pay request number 11 to Pan Oceanic Engineering for the Depot District Utilities.
Be my motion to concur with Director Schiller and recommend the approval of pay number 11 for $754,528.18 from the City of Berwyn IEPA Water Main and Sewer Loan Fund.
Second.
Motion by Fate, seconded by Lennon, to concur with Director Schiller and approve the pay request number 11 for $754,528.18 from the City of Berwyn IEPA Water Main and Sewer Loans. All those in favor on the call of the roll.
Lennon?
Aye.
Roywood?
Aye.
Leisure?
Aye.
Fate?
Aye.
Pabon?
Aye.
Ruiz?
Aye.
Aaronella?
Aye.
Carmichael?
Aye.
8 ayes, Mayor.
Motion carried. The consent agenda.
Before we approve or move forward, I'd like to pull item K16 and make a motion to approve the block party condition on full approval by the town of Cicero following the payment of the town block party's fee. So there's still.
Can we get a first and a second to pull it first?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
So just first
I
I-
have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Pull.
Second.
I didn't hear the second.
Second.
Okay, motion by Pabon, seconded by Roywood to pull item K16 from the agenda item. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Now, Alderman, if you'd make your other motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the block party condition on full approval by the town of Cicero, following the payment of the town's block party fee.
Second.
Motion by Pabon, seconded by Lennon, to approve the block party on the 2100 block of Lombard, condition on full approval by the town of Cicero, and the payment of, payment of what?
The town block party fee. The town's
Town
party.
block party fee. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. The rest of the consent agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as amended.
Second.
Motion by Lennon, seconded by Fay to approve the consent agenda as amended. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Aldermanic committee meetings, Alderman Lennon,
Call it a chair.
Alderman Roywood,
Call the chair.
Alderman Leisure,
This Saturday is the Third Ward Cleanup Day, 9 a.m. We meet at Oak Park and Stanley Avenue, and call it the chair.
Alderman Fay,
Call the chair.
Alderman Pabon,
Call the chair.
Alderman Ruiz,
Call the chair.
Alderman Irinella,
Call the chair.
Alderman Carmine.
Call the chair, motion to adjourn.
Second.
Mayor, if I could ask to be recognized?
The meeting's over.
Okay, I just wanted to
What time
announce.
is it open for? Okay.
No, I was just going to announce our back to school event.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, it was just to announce we're going to have a back to school event. I wanted to invite everybody to come volunteer, especially Luz Chavez. You could see for yourself, we help hundreds of people of color, especially our Latino and our African American community. And it's going to be August 16th at 6 p.m. on 6537 West Cermak. We're going to be helping thousands of students for their utilities and school bags, pencils, everything they need to get back to school. And everybody's invited to come volunteer. Thank you. Thank you.
Alderman Carmichael,
I'll call the chair, motion to adjourn.
Second.
motion to adjourn by Carmichael, seconded by Lennon. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you.
Bye, Alicia.
Bye, thank you much.
Okay.